Hey guys, the theme of this week is pity party. That is what we are having here at the Match House this week because we are 1 week away from Lior's surgery and the self-loathing has begun.
Yeah.
It's bad up in here.
Yep. This is the first time in 5 years that we're not getting ready for camp tonight. Tomorrow's the first day, and we won't be there.
Nope.
No, we won't.
We will be at physical therapy. That is where we will be.
Yeah, true.
So, it's not been the greatest of days, but it hasn't been the worst of all weeks. So, yesterday was really cool. We went to a garbage museum. And I will tell you what that is because I had no idea what that might be before we went. And it turned out to be quite an experience. So, we were there by invite of one of Mom's students, who is next door neighbors to the executive director, curator, designer, production manager, constructionist, and historian of the Garbage Museum. He's a professor at Lebanon Valley College, and he happens to live on the creek, which is a really long name, and it has some Q's and P's and H's and L's. I think in that order, it's like Quittapahilla, something like that.
That sounds right, actually.
And they call it the Quiddy, so
The
that's
Quiddy,
what I'm
yes.
gonna call it. So he lives on the Quiddy,
River, I guess.
river?
Creek? Stream?
Creek. It's a creek. It's, like,
I mean,
8
they kind of make
feet
one as a
across.
river.
Yeah, well, sort of. Anyways, and tragically, it is fed into by all of the gutters from the Anvil, Cleona, city, town, bureau, Providence. I don't know. But the bottom line is that there's a lot of trash in the Quiddy Creek. And so he made it a project of his to clean it up, and so he has been collecting the plasticware. He's been going through it, and he actually gets a lot of garbage out, which he disposes of, but he keeps the plastic, and he made a museum. And museum isn't quite the word. It's more like an art show because...
Yeah, it's more of an exhibit.
Do you want to describe it?
It's like almost like a labyrinth circle that you can walk through, but the walls of the like snail shell design are all just made of garbage that he's pulled out. It's like on fishing line and like nailed to wooden boards and hanging in all these cool patterns. So it's really more of like a mosaic of... It's like also like timeless because it's plastic that he's found in the creek from like whenever. So like you have stuff from like the 1980s or whatever. Like you don't know when any of this stuff is from. Like it could be really old mixed in with stuff that someone could have lost yesterday just hanging, that's been drawn from this creek. So you have really old toys that I could have played with as a kid, and then like calculators that someone could have used to take the PSSAs yesterday, and just like all this stuff that for some reason or another has wound up dumped in the creek, and you're just walking through this, and it's like kind of a cool reflection because it's like there are bits and pieces of all different people, and then you're just like surrounded. It's really cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it it was surprisingly like a really cool artsy experience, even though the goal is to be a lot more thoughtful about what you do with your trash, and we're actually running out of time, which is really surprising because I didn't think we could talk about garbage for like 5 minutes, but apparently you can, and that is the lesson of the week.
Bye!